Hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon SoulSilver. If you recognize a little something about my voice, it's because I'm currently, as I'm recording this, still recovering from kind of a huge sickness that I've been able to recover after like a couple days. So if my voice for some weird sounds a little bit different, just know that I have currently a stuffy nose as well as some throat issues. But other than that, I am absolutely fine. In fact, I feel like the best I could have been throughout the whole sickness. But last time, we took care of Morty the gym leader. So in this episode, I figured since now we have access to the Survey Gym, and because we have the Fog Badge, why not go around places we've been to before and surf to see what other places we could go to, or things we haven't done before in the places we've been to, as well as the other HMs, including Strength and Con. Rock Smash, I'm not sure if it'll be that much useful, but we'll also give it a shot as well. So actually, I do need to get one item in Goldenrod City, so we'll just start over there real quick. Alrighty, so starting off at Route 36, you might have noticed that plant tree for a while. We're gonna go surf on it now, where we're actually gonna surf towards it, because now we can pick up whatever apricorn color this is. I imagine this is green. It looks green. I could be wrong. Yeah, it was totally green. I called it. Alright, so we have a green apricorn, so if you need a green apricorn, surf over here. Is there an item here? I feel like there is. Really, I'm like mashing the A button, just in case I'm... there's headbutt trees. Is that it, really? I seriously thought there would have been at least a hidden item. Maybe something up down here? No. Okay. But on that particular water, there's Psyducks and I believe a rare chance of Golduck. I'm also here on the 5th floor of the Goldenrod store because I do need that TM for Flash, because I actually did sell one. I didn't think I was going to need it again, but luckily it's a TM so I can switch out for any move if I need to. Speaking of, can any of my team members right now actually learn it as like a temporary thing? Afterburner and Pikachu can. I don't want to do that though. Especially with Afterburner. Well, I guess I'm gonna need another slave anyways. Don't worry, I'm not getting my Flash Slave out just yet because I actually do need to surf over here in Helix Forest, which I don't think really offers that much, aside from a shortcut over to this area right here, and a sudden water encounter. Well, good to know Psyduck interrupted me during this whole showing off the whole surf thing. Oh yeah, there was also surfing up on the route above, but I guess I'll show that off after I'm done with this area. Really? Come on, I understand the encounter rate is high with the wheels, but not with the water too. What I wanted to show off was this little area. Does this have an item? Big mushroom, just by coming over here. This is also a shortcut for you to take in case you don't want to traverse the whole route. And trust me, you probably wouldn't want to do that anyways. Good to know that forest is still infested with common Pokemon. First the Weedles, now the Psyducks. It's like they're ganging up on me or something. But if we surf down here, this is our first sight of an ocean. Well, obviously. The oceans look really nice in this game, can I say? Like, look at it, it's so beautiful. But if we surf all the way down here, there is an item. And our first introduction to our common water-type Pokemon. Oh! Not expecting that! We got his evolution. I wanted to show off Tentacle, though. You know what? I'll definitely take it. Tentacruel is actually a pretty rare Pokemon in the common ocean. Tentacle is a much more common. Now, those Pokemon in particular, even though they're pretty common, they're actually really good considering their special defense is their best stats, and they have pretty good move arrangements. Highly recommend. By doing that, we come over here and get ourselves a nugget worth 5,000 Poké Dollars, so remember to come down here. And if I recall, there's also a bunch of trainers down here, and I actually want to battle them if possible. Looks like it? Yes, I remember this very well. Alright, so in that case, I'm actually going to go ahead and... I think this is actually double battles if I remember, not just single battles. I could be totally wrong on that. Is it double battles one and then the other one is... Aha! Okay, there is double battles and then the other one's single. Not like in Gold, Silver, and Crystal where all these were single. Now these trainers in particular are actually very difficult since they have water-type Pokemon. One of them is the beginning evolution of, well, two of them are actually based on Waterstone evolutions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and headbutt the Goldeen, and I can Solar Beam. Either the Goldeen if it comes in, or Seeking if it... I don't know. It's not like the 3rd gen where it just switches in right out of the bat. I have to be careful of that particular. But I actually am glad I'm going for the Goldeen in case, you know, that happens. Well, we might as well take it out with a quick attack, and the Solar Beam is definitely going to target the Staryu, which I probably don't like the fact that it is, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain too much. Solar Beam, take you out. So in terms of my recovery, I felt way worse, like, not too long ago. It felt like, actually no, it was a couple of days. No, actually it started with a sore throat, and then eventually graduated to becoming a runny nose sort of thing, and then eventually gone to the cold. But after taking lots of medication, well, not lots to the point where I'm like highly addicted or anything. Oh gosh, we're already at the... Oh, wait a second! I forgot to show this off as well, so I actually might as well show this off. I'll go ahead and growl, but I actually did teach Yanma, or Afterburner, Silverwind, because I actually did win one of the lottery prizes after a couple sauce resets. I figured I'd get rid of U-turn for Silverwind, since not only is it going to be very effective now, since it's more of a special attacker, and the stab can be useful for that. Oh gosh, sorry Afterburner, you got comboed. But because the stab is very powerful, plus, it actually has a higher chance, or actually no, it doesn't have a high chance, it just has a chance of raising all of its stats, which I wish would have happened right now, but oh well. We'll finish it off with Pikachu here. I'm pretty, actually, you know what, if I could get both of the evolutions this episode, that'd be fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. So in that case, I'm gonna headbutt the Starmie, and, oof, I'm gonna full tackle the Seeking. You're gonna go for Sephiroth. Okay, that's not too bad. That means I can hopefully one-shot this Seeking. And by the way, once you beat both of these trainers, you will have to fight the other one regardless, so be careful. Or regardless of your condition. 654. Come on, headbutt do enough. Yes! That actually went a lot solid because of Yanma. Normally, that's even more of a pain. Oh, Sephiroth's already 26. I think I got the friendship high. Plus, I did want to record specifically at night. Oh, both are level 26. Holy crap. Yo, and this is why I also want to get Reynolds to 26. Because it learns Thunderbolt at level 26. So I'm going to get rid of Quick Attack for this. So, that's nice. Maybe towards the end of the episodes, I'll evolve, end of this episode specifically, not end of the episodes. This episode specifically, I'll wait to evolve Reynolds. We might have actually 2 full solid evolutions. Yes! Okay! So after 1 episode of actually having Sephiroth on the team, I've actually raised the friendship high enough off screen in order for it to evolve into the team member that was on my old team. It's not replacing anything. Only Yama's replacing something, and we have Umbreon, the defensive evolution, and man, can I say, this is my second favorite evolution, and I'm so happy to be using it again. Well, for you newer fans, I did use it in Pokemon Coliseum, but that Umbreon was specifically named Moonshine. I also did save a couple TMs, so this is going to be the most interesting episode to, oh! Okay. Well, in that case, I don't have any revives, unfortunately. No, I don't. Oof. Afterburner's gonna sit this out a bit, unfortunately. So in that case, I did also save that payback TM for this occasion. Because the Lowly Nature actually works. Plus, payback, if you remember, is based off of whether actually it increases the power whenever it gets attacked and it goes second. So that's why I also held on to that. Headbutt is going to be a permanent move because I figured Payback might not be so useful, so Headbutt will be a second best bet sort of thing. I'm not gonna get rid of Growl. I honestly don't see much use in Growl for the time being, but man, this is good. I think, yeah, Sephiroth is actually our first team member to be fully complete, which means check mark. Awesome. Alright, so... well, I guess we can actually test out Sephiroth to see how good he does, and then switch out the Pikachu if we need to. So this one, in particular, I must pay you back for taking care of my sisters. If I recall, they also give you a special item. So this one has, if I recall, a Shelter and a Cloyster. Yes. Shelter and Cloyster, very bulky Pokemon. Also, you are level 26. Good gosh, I forgot how high of levels you are. Well, good thing I only got rid of Growl and not Tail Whip. This can come in handy. Let's lower your special defense, get a clamp off. That was a crit! I was about to say, man, let me show you how powerfully bulky Umbreon is, and then it goes and gets a... Really? Seriously? You had to go and do that. You had to go and do that. Okay, that's fair. Because you're faster, it's not really going to be all that useful. But I think Stab will also help it as well. Wow, even with Stab. Okay, I forgot how slow Shelter is. I forgot that Umbreon is slow, but it's not that slow. Especially compared to Pokemon like Shelter and Cloyster. It's not particularly that slow compared to them, but it is pretty slow against other Pokemon. I think it's actually the slowest evolution, if I recall. Even slower than Flareon, I think? Then again, I haven't used Umbreon in quite a while. Especially compared to other evolutions. Yeah, I'm switching immediately. I'm not gonna risk it whatsoever. I know the Cloyster's water, ice, so maybe Vulcan can send out a couple Fire Blasts and knock it out? I know it's a pretty dangerous move, but I don't want Reynolds to grow to level 27. Ooh, maybe it will grow to level 27. Ouch. Big ouch. Let's see. Oh, actually, never mind. It knocks it out. Its special defense, even though we're like 3 levels below, is still garbage. Thank goodness for your low special defense. Otherwise, we'd be here for minutes. That just solved everything. By doing that, we have ourselves a Power Herb. This is a held item, right? If I recall, okay. Oh wait, it's a held item, and if you use moves like Fly and Dive, it automatically uses that item. Very useful for competitive, but if you are doing single player stuff like I am, not so much. How are you feeling about that? I feel a Sephiroth, I'm sorry. Anyways, we're not quite done with our Surf Extravaganza yet. Oh sure, the first time in Helix Forest in a while, and the first Pokemon I get is not a Weedle, and it's an Oddish. Did this Oddish kill off all the Weedles that were infesting Helix Forest? I hope so, because that'd be a freaking miracle. Holy crap, I made through that whole forest with only one Pokemon. Now, does Kurt have my Pokeballs ready? There we go. Heavy Balls! Oh! I think I gave him the blue apricorns the last time. That's actually perfect for what I want to do this episode as well, so I'm glad I didn't stock up on Pokeballs while I was ahead. But speaking of, I'm actually gonna go ahead and buy some other things in here because I also realize I do need to prepare for other things. Plus, I have the nugget, so I might as well sell it now. There we go. One nugget for... Oh wait, the big mushroom also sells for a lot! What am I doing? I forgot. Big mushrooms sell for 2,500. So if you have one of those, definitely sell one because you could get yourself a lot of money this way. 18,000. Wow. In that case, I might as well also buy some. How many super pals do I have already? 5. Might as well buy maybe 8 more. Try doing the touch screen. It's kind of a nightmare, but at the same time not so much. Yeah, I am buying more Super Propels because what we're doing is we're going to go through a lot of wild Pokemon. I really wish I'd sprayed some during the forest. But what I'm doing in Azalea Town is actually the Slowpoke well. I actually just recently remembered that the Slowpoke well actually has some water elements to it. So I figured while we're down here, we might as well. Hey, it's a cute little Slowpoke. I love the little styles of these, like depending on the time of day, and like the little thing shows up. It originally continued from Fire Red, but they made so much more little details, like that Slowpoke and Slowpoke well at night, and you get different Pokemon, different like scenery changes depending on the time of day. It's really nice. It's so nice. Never checked down here. There was a super potion. Man, I missed out on a super potion during that. That could have been helpful during that one battle I had. Oh well. But you do need strength in order to come over here, because there's also another body of water that we'll need to wave our way through. I didn't mean to say it that way, but that works as well. And by coming down here, there's also another floor to the Slowpoke well. It's been a while since I last explored this part of Slowpoke well, so it's both kind of exciting and fascinating. Is there any items here? I don't know what's up with this thing. It feels like there should be items here, but somehow there isn't. And welcome to the biggest body of water you ever did see. Pikachu, let's ride the waves. Not really, since this is a cave area, and see what this has to offer. Wait, did I already? Oh no. Okay, so the Slowpoke's very. Hey, there's our first Slowpoke. Actually, if you're looking for a bulky water-type Pokemon, Slowpoke and Slowbro and Slowking aren't really bad options, considering of all things. They actually learn pretty decent moves for water types. I know Slowbro gets Fire Blast, so both Slowbro and Slowking have access to Flamethrower, or just Fire Blast. I think it's only just Fire Blast on top of Blizzard, so there's a pretty good coverage right there in case you need it. Anyways, come over here for Team 18 Rain Dance, which for me is money, but it can summon rain, which actually increases water type moves by 1.5, so if you have any water-type Pokemon, this could be a pretty good advantage towards them. If you're going for an all-water-type team, Rain Dance works just as well. Of course, it ran out of Repel as soon as I step into the water. Oh, luckily, the most level I think Slowpoke can be is 25, so I'm not really worried about that. There's a trainer over there. What the heck? I'm encountering all the trainers in this area. Oh, might as well go over there. Ah, of course. Actually, while I'm on the subject of Slowpoke, if you wanted to trade the Slowpoke, or evolve the Slowpoke into a Slowking, I kind of accidentally spoiled a little bit what you need to do. But what do you have? Waiting for see through observation, made a new discovery. A Slowpoke with King's Rock often gets bitten by Shieldar. Here, I'll share King's Rock with you. Well, there you go. That's how you evolve a Slowpoke to a Slowking, is if you trade it while Slowpoke is holding a King Rock, it'll become a Slowking. And Poliwhirl, which can be found on the Ecruteak Pond alongside Poliwag. If you actually traded that with the King's Rock, it evolved into a Politoed. The only two Pokemon so far, I'm not sure if Sword and Shield will actually include King's Rock. That would make a lot of sense if it did, since King's Rock, King, that would make a lot of sense. Those are the only two that actually use King's Rock, so really wish that item would be used more, but then again, yeah, it just seems like, based off that name, it'd be like a little useful item that's meant for like a lot of Pokemon, not just for Slowking and Politoed. And actually, speaking of, I never understood, like, how does Politoed connect with King's Rock? Unless there's a translation in the Japanese text, which translates it to something else I'm not really sure about, but King's Rock Slowking makes sense. What's like the correlation with Politoed and the King's Rock? I guess because it's like the fully evolved, like, because Poliwhirl is based on a tadpole, so I guess you could say like the King's Rock makes it like a full frog. But Poliwrath is also kind of like a tadpole, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Well, I did not mean to go on this tangent for long, but I might as well just grab these berries here and show you guys what I'm also doing inside of this cave right here. The Union Cave. Who remembers that time we spent through the whole cave? I certainly remember that like it's the back of my hand, because it was. Now there's plenty water spots here, and my repel effect just wear off, so I'm hoping... Oh, come on! Oh, but there's Whoopers here. In case you're looking for a Whooper, and it's not nighttime, here's the perfect place to find those Pokemon. There's an item here if you get that. We also get a big pearl by checking this rock here. Man, I am doing what this item finder can't. Find every single hidden item I remember. Now, I remember, if I recall, this item might be good as well? Oh, it's just a potion. Man, I was so busy rushing the Union Cave, I forgot to check here for a simple freaking potion. Isn't that sad? Speaking of, am I actually missing anything else around here? Not sure. Oh, okay, you touch it and then okay. Well, gee, Whirlikers. I didn't think of that now. But if we head down here, if you remember, I think we got a TM here for Rock Tomb. Not gonna do anything with that yet. But if I recall, actually two things. Number one is okay, it's on a different floor. But if we come here, there's a hiker. Well, I got a Yanma with Solar Beam prepared to get destroyed. I accidentally clicked Roost, and it got revenge for me misclicking. Revenge is best served light, I guess. And pointless crit. I guess that Machop wasn't headstrong. Please don't let me explain that pun. But getting back on topic, if we were to, okay, no, I'm avoiding you. Aha! This is what we need to come here for. There is an option to get over to that little area right there. But if I recall, if we push this boulder over here and then head up on a specific day, or not, I guess we'll never know. I believe this is the right place to go. Oh no! Well, I'll talk about the other thing later, but we have made it to the other side of Ruins of Alph. This in particular is a new area that's full of weird rock mazes and whatnot. Alright, so if I recall, this one's a little different, right? This one requires the Water Stone, which you can get via the Pokeathlon. Joey, I'm just gonna walk out. You can call someone else about your fascinating little Rattata. I'm on a hunt right now. So if you want to do that, there's some pretty good items. But we are going to come back here in the Union Cave because there's actually a couple of areas that I missed out on. Now, how exactly do I get to the other side of... Ha! I've done it. Here we go! So, that was the other side I was thinking of. Now, I did plan to record this on a Friday, but that means just change the clock of the 3DS in order to do something like this. But wait, this isn't it? Oh, this was. Yeah, it's a Friday, so... does it not show up here? Well, regardless, here's the other side of the Ruins of Alph, which, shockingly enough, contains a trainer of all things. Alright, so after beating that Girafarig, which at Psychic had, Afterburner is level 26, which means only Umbreon and Vulcan are left, so in order to balance out to level 26, I mean. So, might as well take Umbreon up to here. Now, this one in particular, I don't think needs anything special, right? Oh. This is the rare one. Yeah, that one you're gonna have to come back for that one, you're gonna need to come back here for quite a while. If I recall, this one also has some, well, this patch of grass here has some really interesting Pokemon, including Natu, which is an interesting psychic flying. And I actually considered that to be the replacement where Yanma is right now, but I figured Yanma would be pretty much a much better opportunity anyway, since there's something else I want to do with this thing. Plus, we'd be having 4 team members by this point. I mean, well, it probably would have been, well, it probably would have been the same regardless, because Eevee, and then it would have been Natu, you know what I mean. But I have now figured out why that that Lapras, or why that okay, well, if you play Gold, Silver, and Crystal, I didn't mean to spill the beans right off the bat, but if you played Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you might recognize that particular name. It's because this isn't it, but I was hopeful. I was actually hopeful, but I do spill the beans on that one because I originally thought there would be like a little sprite, because in Gold, Silver, and Crystal on Fridays, if you wanted to encounter that Lapras, I'm going to actually Spirit Repel before we move on, because I don't really want to risk that whatsoever. If... forgot the walk thing. Of course I did. You! Why? Why didn't you use self-destruct in the first place? Freaking rigged ass move, that's what that is. What? Self-destruct and then magnitude 10? Are you kidding? Oh, no wonder, I'm in the wrong area. I'm like looking at a guide right now, so that way I like have it narrowed down what I need to do. So bear with me. This is something I haven't really done all that much. In fact, I haven't even prepared all that much. What I'm getting at is it's telling me to surf on the second to last body of water, and in there should be a ladder. So what I'm assuming this means is there will be a ladder right around here then. Since this is technically the second to last body of water, I didn't check this area. I just went straight down. I actually forgot there was a set of ladders, so... this one, maybe? Is this what they're talking about? Aha! There we go. Figured it out. Oh, well, I should have just went down anyways. Well, there you go. There's more trainers for you in case you were interested in me cutting out a lot. Wow! Reynolds took care of those Marowaks very easily. Level 27. What was that about needing, that Thunderstone yet? Good thing I'm saving it until towards the end of the episode. Okay, Gina, I'm gonna answer only this once. Not even worth it. I thought you probably would have had something a bit more useful than saying that, but no. Not even that's gonna help. Anyways, I actually started to remember now. If we surf down all the way over here, and then, aha! I have avoided you. No common mistakes from me. And then, this little area is particularly a little bit different. Well, not particularly different, a little more cozy. It's not down here, is it? Well, oh my gosh, they're so close, why? Okay. Why do these Pokemon time it so poorly? I was about to get that item, but then a big note from this Golbat. Besides, I can't get this elixir. You've interrupted me for an elixir. Really? If it was a TM, I'd be a bit more frustrated, but... still, seriously? Well, there's a lot we can explore in this area, so we might as well take care of it all now while we still can. Whoa, there's also tentacles here. I forgot. This game is actually really interesting in that it doesn't have any pawn-exclusive Pokemon. Well, in these little cave areas, but yet there's Swooper and Quagsires in upper floors. It's interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna spray another Repel. I got plenty of these. And I know I'll probably get even more agitated if I don't do that. But man, there's actually a lot of trainers here. actually just might grind on some of these while I'm thinking about it, because that could be useful for the next upcoming area once we get past here. So, let's see. Anything down here? Oh, that... I talked to your head! That was a rock I was talking to. Hello, rock. How are you? I'm doing fine myself. Alrighty, Vulcan's 26. And Reynolds is probably going to grow another level by the end of this episode, so... Yeah, Reynolds is going to have to wait a bit longer. But once we're all the way down here... I'm going to use my Moo Milk. I just know if I use something else, it's going to be really, really risky. But once we're down here, and once I switch back into Reynolds, I have a feeling I'm going to need Reynolds for Lapras here. I believe this is the area that it's originally from. It's been a while since I last caught this Lapras, or even last saw this Lapras, so here we go! On Fridays, you have this buddy. I recommend you at least get some Ultra Balls, or if you're in early state, Heavy Balls will also work as well. If you're looking for Water-type Pokemon, I highly encourage you to wait until Fridays to come down here. Granted, you will need a Pokemon that does have Surf in order for you to come down here, but in my opinion, it is well worth it. Lapras has amazingly versatile moves that it can learn from. Lapras can learn Thunder, Blizzard, and Surf. 3 moves right off the bat that you can get from Goldenrod and the Ecruteak HM. That right there, it should set you for life in terms of how good a versatile move this is. It already has Stab, because of those two, to put it briefly. On top of that, it's also very bulky for what it is. I believe it's actually not too shabby in defense and special defense, and special attack is really good. Wow! It gets paralyzed twice. I never thought that would actually happen. Oh, it went for Ice Shard. I could have easily paid back that. Oh well. I don't want to kill it anyway, so... Good thing I didn't do what I thought I was going to do. But yeah, it's an amazing tank. And we actually have Heavy Balls. This works just as well, so I'm glad I have the 5. I'm not planning on catching it right here and then. If it doesn't go on my Heavy Balls, I'm not worried, since you can do it every Friday, so... Even if you don't have a lot of Pokeballs, you don't need to worry so much. I apologize for that. Hopefully I cut that out, but... I'm just gonna go for a couple quick attacks. I'm just really worried I'm gonna, like, accidentally knock it out. Even though, Umbreon isn't really known for, like, its attack and whatnot, that Lonely Nature might come in handy for way more purposes than you think, so... I'm gonna do one more quick attack, and then hopefully it doesn't crit it. Maybe... Okay, good. Ooh, Body Slam. Actually, it does have the synchronized ability, so even if it did paralyze us, which it did, we still would have been fine. So, let's see if maybe 1 or 2 Heavy Balls can work. I highly recommend getting more Ultra Balls, as I mentioned before, but Heavy Balls work just as well since they are pretty heavy in weight, and... That was it?! We caught it in 1 Heavy Ball, hello? Okay then. I was not expecting that. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't need to listen to my own advice of breaking some Ultra Balls. Because 1 Heavy Ball was all I was needed. Oh man, what is with me and get these Pokemon like 1 ball so far? That's amazing. Anyways, this thing is 8 foot 2 inches and it weighs 485 pounds even, and it's a water and ice type, so wasn't kidding when I said it has stab moves. And once again, very amazing water type. Highly recommend, but as much as I would love to have this on my team, I already have plans for water type. If you've seen the previous playthrough of this game, you probably know what it is, but how do I get that item over there? I'm just like curious. Not that I want to know, I probably will find out off screen. I imagine it's probably either a TM or... Oh! Right over here, and there's a trainer. I got past you! And ooh, actually a Hyper Potion. I was pretty close, but no cigars in terms of a TM. Actually, wouldn't have been worth it to fight the trainer if it was a TM, but I'm glad I skipped it for a Hyper Potion. So now I'll just meet you guys back up towards, well, I'll just meet you guys outside the cave here, because there's nothing else we can use with Surf right now, and I figured I shouldn't probably not waste all your time just me navigating through the cave and head back up. So many jump cuts is not even funny. And before you ask, yes, I did actually get the old one from the guy in the Pokemon Center. And you give me another poison. Oh, I guess there's only one item thing. Huh, I never knew that. I thought it'd be multiple of those items at once. I guess not. I don't think there's anything too particular about Route 31 in terms of surfing, so I'm not really worried about it. But in Union Cave, there is definitely a couple areas I want to explore first. But I do want to show up one usefulness of that cut HM that we got. I know, finally, we're talking about cut. Speaking of cut, I guess we should cut away. Because heading up here, you might have noticed that one guy that was stuck around the other side of the route. The guy was just standing there staring at you through the cliffside, smiling at you as if he's smirking, laughing, wondering, teasing. Oh, wait a second, is there an item here? Oh, okay, wait, there's an item? I'm sorry, we're looking at the item finder. I forgot you actually had to touch it, and then you like found out about it. Is it here? Umbreon, get out of the way. Where is this item? Okay, it was right here. Like, what? I'm sorry, I'm getting side distracted by other things, but like, where the heck is this item? It's right next to us, right? Oh, here we go. All that for a super potion. Well, the more super potions, the better. Sure. Umbreon! You, buddy! Wake up, wake up. Alright. Sorry, I got distracted by an item. Roar! People run when I roar, but you came looking. That pleases me. Now take this! We get TMO5 Roar, which scares people away. I mean Pokemon, but also scares people away because they'll awkwardly stare at you and walk away if you yell like this. Roar! It's Roar! Even Pokemon run from a good roar. Has some good uses in battle. In competitive use. Not so much though, but could be useful for some Pokemon. Otherwise, it's good money. Anyways, we're back in the ruins of Alph, because we actually serve all the way down here. There's one particular thing I need to get, so might as well do it over here. Also, this is the one that needs flash, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? Alright. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get a Pokemon with Flash because I was so busy about the Pokemon with Cut. But, hoping maybe now? Okay, so here's the thing. I think temporarily I'm going to get rid of Tail Whip. That'll be useful because then I can replace Flash with whatever move I may need. Plus, Flash might not be so bad for accuracy purposes. Although, I probably wouldn't rely on Flash too much anyways, even in that case. The reason I bring up Flash is because I believe this one in particular, if you go back here and use Flash behind the sign, go ahead and shine your light, Umbreon. We will need it. There will be a secret door, which you can take. But that means the sign here just disappears. And by doing so, we have ourselves a Citrus Berry, which would be, I think, a Gold Berry in later games. A Modestone, which we do need for Oberon. I'm gonna be using that much later on, though. In fact, a little bit more later than in for Reynolds. A Heal Powder and an Energy Root. Lowers friendship, so thank goodness Sephiroth evolved into an Umbreon this episode. Otherwise, that would be a nightmare. And if we fall down this pit, we can read this. Our clan created Pokemon. Our clan created Pokemon statue outside. Interesting. Doesn't really hint out anything, but are we close to the ladder? I think we are, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and spray Repel. Just in case. Let me check. No, we're not. That's what I thought. But it's kind of interesting. I do like the fact that it rewards you for using the items and moves you didn't think you would actually need. Aside from one, which I think it's the one that said Ho-Oh, which, yeah, once again, that one is going to come in much, much later. But speaking of, that's the one with Surf. I actually need to go over here because there is that other one that we missed out on that we could have done so much earlier, which is this one. I didn't have an escape rope. I didn't think of buying one for the time being. But if you are to use an escape rope here, the escape rope itself doesn't go to waste, but it actually does open the way to the cave here. Which, unlike the other one, which gives you some pretty good items because you are surfing, this one will just give you common items. Like you have a Petch Berry, which in the original games is a Poison Cure Berry. You have an Oran Berry, which replaces the original berry. You have yourself a Heal Powder, as per usual, and I think this one's also an Energy Root. Energy Powder was pretty close. So you still have your basic stuffs here, and we didn't need to worry about the repel all that much. So that said, your escape rope will still be there in case you need to use it for cave entries, which would have been nice for me to use after going inside there. I will admit I could have actually just went inside, showed you guys the other thing, and then used the escape rope, but at the same time, that's so much navigating one time, and we've been through a lot of this. Hold on. Before we actually leave the ruins of Alf, I cannot believe I forgot to do this during the live recording, but there is an event involving that specific area and a specific Arceus that you could get through GameStop here in North America. No, actually, wait, I think it was Toys R Us. Yeah, it was Toys R Us. Remember it being distributed only at Toys R Us. And that Arceus contained the 3 special moves for the Sinnoh Legendaries: Roar of Time, Spatial Rend, and Shadow Force alongside Judgment, its signature move. If you were to bring that specific Arceus into the research center in the ruins of Alf, the researchers will actually be shocked, and you'll be sent over to the Simcha Ruins, an exclusive area that's only accessed by this event. Once you've transported to Simcha Ruins, you'll actually be inside the Simcha Ruins. Once you exit, you'll meet a hiker who will take you to a cabin located in front of the ruins, where you'll meet Cynthia, who also returns from Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. She will explain how Arceus can create a new life and wants to see it perform a feat inside the Simcha Ruins. So she leaves and waits for you inside the ruins. Before you head towards the ruins, you must deposit every Pokemon in your party except for Arceus, who should be at the front of your party anyways. There's a PC in the cabin alongside an old man and his Abra who can teleport you back to the ruins of Alf. Once you have deposited your Pokemon, head inside the Simcha Ruins where Cynthia can lead you to the center of the mystery stage. From there, she explains how Arceus can create 1 of 3 Pokemon, which are the legendary trio of the Sinnoh region, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, as I mentioned before, based on the circle you select. Blue represents Dialga, circle is Palkia, and red is Giratina. But once that happens, the most amazing thing in any event happens, and you have to watch this for yourself to see what I mean. Okay, is that not cool? That is probably the coolest event to ever exist in Pokemon history, and I wish more events in later games, including Sword and Shield, were like this, because recently, aside from the Diancie one, which was also kind of dull, it's been, oh hey, here's a Pokemon, here you go. That's it. No special events like this, no animations, no nothing that makes it so cool and so worth it to have an event Pokemon. The coolest thing about this event, alongside the amazing animation thing, is the fact that whatever legendary Pokemon you choose starts at level 1. This is the only time, aside from Regigigas, that any legendary Pokemon has been at the lowest level possible. And that also explains why if you go over to GDS in any Pokemon game, whether it's the 6th generation or 7th generation or in the past, you see people asking for Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina at level 1, for shiny Pokemon that may either have been natural or done via programs like PK Hex, or just by a level 2 Caterpie that anyone can literally catch on any route. If for some reason you're actually planning on using any of these Pokemon on your team, you are in pretty good hands because these have some amazing stats. If you're going through the Johto League and later on, Dialga is actually your best bet in my opinion, since its typing makes it resist almost all of the gym leaders. Minus the 8th, the 7th, and the 5th one especially, since it is weak to the 5th one. But that's not to say the other ones do just as well. Palkia has only one weakness, so it's able to handle a lot of the gyms as well. And Giratina has pretty versatile moves, and does tremendously well against one of them, despite being the fact that it's also weak to that specific gym. And the third one, too, is no problem for Giratina as well. And the best part about Giratina is that it always holds the Generous Orb, which means it's always in its origin form, which is so cool! This event is just amazing! But if you did keep it at level 1, and you did transfer them to the most recent game, Sun and Moon, don't trade them away. Keep them. They're very valuable, and they're very rare to come across nowadays. You've earned it. Don't let that go to waste. But here we are on Route 36, but we need to make our ways back to Violet City because there is a couple options we can use now that we have Surf, Cut, and Flash. Surprisingly, I didn't need to change my Nidoran Mail all that much. I thought I needed to. But this is not the surfing area, right? I believe there's a place to go here exclusively via Surf. And I believe it's on this side of the pond, if I remember. I could be 100% wrong on this. It is. Alright, come over here, get yourself a rare candy. I could use it right now on Umbreon if I wanted to, since everyone else is 26. Actually, how close are you to 26? You're pretty close, right? Not even close. Yeah, you know what? I might as well use that right now. I'm gonna use that right now. I would advise you saving it, but since I'm that kind of guy who likes his team nice and evenly balanced in terms of levels, I have no choice on myself but to use it to get Umbreon to 26. And yet Reynolds is the star in terms of levels. So do that, you get yourself a rare candy. I believe that's all you can use this for. I believe so. I'm going to check the other side just in case, but I'm pretty sure there isn't anything on the other side. Of course! So much cutting out this episode. As a non-stop palooza of cutting out stuff. No, I did check the other area. There is really nothing worth noting. So, that is pretty much it for Violet City. That's all you can really do with Surf, Strength, and Cut. By that, I mean particularly Surf. So let's actually head on over to this route here, Route 31, where we can actually cut this tree for a shortcut. But I believe there's something interesting on this side if you actually surf over here. And I'm saving my repels, so hopefully please... Okay, that was just a server area anyways. Man, I should really learn to get additional repels. I'm not gonna lie. But I believe this guy also gives me now the TM for rest? Can I talk to him at a later point? No, never mind. But I think he's useful for a much later purpose. Now, if you actually have the Flash TM, this will make things a little bit easier, which is why I'm heading over to the Dark Cave right now. Number one, I didn't get that, or that was number one, but number two, I actually didn't get the item from the last time. Plus, number three, there's options for you to surf across, so making the most of what we got. So, let me go ahead and spray one of these repels now. How many do I have? 2, good gosh. I'm definitely gonna have to buy repels on the next route that I go to, because 2 isn't quite enough. I was close to the item. Well, I'll grab on the way out. Actually, wait, no, there's a Rock Smash. Duh. We finally have use of Rock Smash! Why the heck not? Cut and Rock Smash have been the least useful moves so far. Oh! There's a Max Ether in there! My luck with this is just ridiculous. There's also Strength. I actually don't quite remember what's in here, but might as well show off just to see what exactly this holds. Could hold something good that might be worth our time, or it could not. We hit down here, head up here, head on here. Holy crap, this is like a maze. All the way over here, get ourselves a full heal. Rock Smash. Oh, this takes us to the other route! And we head this way. That's right. Oh, there's also wild Pokemon, though. Of course there would be. Oh my gosh! I wasn't expecting that! Okay. Apparently, there are also Dunsparce when you use Rock Smash. Oh, I'm gonna try catching this thing. I doubt I'm gonna get it, but like, that is so rare. That is. I always thought. I never knew that. I never knew that. Wow. This game is finding ways to like really surprise me. Shut up, Joey. Shut up. Alright, so there's a way out in case I need a way out. But I want to see what's on the other side of this route, so... Or not this route, this cave. Does it happen again? Like, that was the most unexpected thing this episode was a Dunsparce, just there. Max Ether. Man, this route is generous with those items. What's over here? Hyper Potion? Oh. On a way down, I guess. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. So down here is a dire hit. I am gonna have to come back here and go around to the other side. Oh. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that leads us to Route 46, and there is apricorns on this side here. Both a yellow and a green apricorn in case you need them. So pick them up while you can in case you do need them. Now, if we head all the way down here, there are trainers, which I guess for the purpose of Umbreon catching up, I'll gladly battle you. Ooh, nice to see another Bailey running in. Fun fact, my last name is actually Bailey. In case you didn't know that. But, all the way down here would lead you to the route that, if you recall this route, that was full of nothing but Rattatas and Spearows, and I thought it was Geodudes. Leads us back to the very beginning, in which we started our journey. Route 29. And, of course, there would be... Actually, I might as well show this off. You can actually cut these trees, which will make it interesting if you do have a Pokemon to cut, because you can avoid the wild trainers, or... the wild Pokemon, which is very nice. And it actually leads to a nice shortcut, because one of the final stops I need to do here is here in Cherry Grove City, so it's a good thing we came over here. Because, if you recall, this is the sea, as you can see. And if we surf across this sea that we see, we come down here, you will see that there's a wild Pokemon! Gosh, I swear I'm gonna find a shiny if I don't spray any of these repels. And we talked to this guy who is also in the sea that we see. I don't need it, so do you want it? We have a Mystic Water. I'm gonna say this, actually, that might be useful for Reynolds Surf once we evolve it later on in this episode, so that's a particularly good thing to look forward to. So now let's surf back from the sea in which we see, and let's now head back to that Route 29. And I need to do one thing real quick. So if we ride back, and do remember you can't actually jump through the rocks and whatnot, or the ledges, so you're fine. Now let's head off our bike here. And if you bring that Togepi that hatched over to Professor Elm, I didn't mention I was going to do it later on, so hi Elm, I'm here, I'm with the thing. Lake, I thought the egg hatched. Where's the Pokemon? I'd love to take a look at the Pokemon that hatched from the egg. What? Do I have to put it up front? Okay. Now you talk to me? What? That Pokemon? As far as I know, there is not a Pokemon like this in Johto. Just like Mr. Pokemon was saying over the phone. The legendary Pokemon could be... Oh, never mind. Anyway, I'm sure things will be happening around you, Blake. You are making me all excited. I'll give you a present for that. Please take it. And by doing that, he gives us an Everstone, which I believe I already have one of those. Yeah, wasted reward for bringing Togepi over, but could be useful in case you don't want your Pokemon to evolve and you need certain moves. Luckily mine just only needs a Thunderstone. Well, that was kind of a waste, but I'm actually glad that... Wait, I thought that... Oh, because I have... Okay, now that makes sense. If you're wondering, there's also a tree that you can take to get a shortcut to Mr. Pokemon's house and grab that pink apricorn. But I'm seriously way more tempted with getting the items I missed out here in the dark cave. Kind of kicked myself in the curve there for not realizing it was that easy to get. Or not remembering the pattern to get in that. But, ooh, Black Fluffer coming over here. If I recall, that actually cures confusion. It's not a hill item, but it's a very useful item in case you don't have any person berries or anything like that. Oh. So it's a repel. Pretty much. I actually might want to hold on to that just in case it's a little bit more useful later down the road. But for now, I guess we'll just continue going on the way of the water. We explored the, not so much the top part, but we've never been inside here. This is a, oh, we can't go here, but it's a higher up part of the dark cave. Yeah, this dark cave actually has two parts. What you saw was a preview of the second part. There's a lot higher level Pokemon in that area, so if you need a good place to grind, it's actually not a bad spot to do so. But I believe, was that it for everything in the dark cave? I guess might as well show this off on here. Shardberry, yeah. I trade berry for shard. If you bring me some shards, I will give you 3 berries, yeah. Which shard will you trade for the berry? I'll give you a blue shard, so I already have it. Okay, so we obtained an Umbreon berry for doing that. We also obtained a Chester berry. Again, this is for a shard, and a Wiki berry. That might be useful. Okay, the Wiki berry is a berry that, depending on the nature, has a side effect for healing Pokemon. If the Pokemon does not like that particular flavor, it will get confused. So careful about which Pokemon you have hold that item. With that being said, though, I do have a Super Pal, so I'm just not. I've had enough wild Pokemon and jump cuts and Sutton trainer battles, so I just want to get to the nearest town, which luckily is just right around the corner. And I want to sign off with one last thing. And that, of course, is Evolving Reynolds. Come on! Oh! That totally threw me off guard. Okay, well, heavy balls. I was expecting the show up. Oh. Thanks for the entertainment. Speaking of electric types. Oh man, okay. Well, we made it here, back to Ecruteak City after so long of doing some water side quests. Let's go ahead and now use the Thunderstone we've been waiting a long time for. It already has Thunderbolt. Reynolds, I think it's time you evolved. Into a Raichu with his tail cut off. There we go. That's actually 2 Pokemon already completed in 1 episode. Interesting. I knew I had the friendship raised to Sephiroth, but I didn't think it was that early. There we go. Let's check this thing out. And actually, now that it's evolved, we don't need that light ball. So let's get rid of that for the Mystic Water. Because that serve could temporarily, well, that temporarily could use some power. Let me check your stats. Imagine you're gonna have lovely stats. Oh, look at that. 62 special attack, 58 physical attack, 64 speed. That's clean. Look at this! 75 special defense. Loving this so far. Which I think, no, oh no, it actually outspeeds Afterburner against 27. What the heck am I saying? But 2 evolved Pokemon so far. I love it. Actually, I'm actually gonna... Do I have the black glasses? Could have sworn I got black glasses in 1 episode. Or am I crazy? I am definitely crazy, but I guess a Quick Claw would work on you. Right at Subbell, we don't really need it anymore. Quick Claw should work just as well because you could use his speed. Anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and... Oh. I was about to say, let's take you out on a nice little thing real quick. Reynolds? With that being said, that'll do it for this episode of Pokemon SoulSilver. Oh, you're holding something. Interesting. What did you bring to me? Yellow flower, I forgot that's how you get accessories. Man, I'm learning something new every day with this. If there's any episodes you missed, whether from the past or from the future, make sure you check them out on the playlist down in the description below, the eye in the top right corner, or alongside the old playthrough of this particular game, the playlist link down in the description below, or the upcoming insight. I think I mentioned that twice now. With all that being said though, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and Reynolds, help me. I think the sickness has made me gone loopy. My brain, how function. I will see you guys in the next episode. So until we meet again, do remember to stay electrical and also take care.